Here's the 80s lady who's back on the charts with a brand new album, K.T. Osland.
The Minnie Pearl Award is given annually to a country music artist for their outstanding humanitarian and community contributions. This year's winner is goodness personified. She's a lot like Minnie herself. She is so very funny and so very smart. She follows her heart, even when it may lead her into rocky waters. And she has joyfully lived the lyrics to one of her own wonderful songs that reminded all of us to love while we're here before time passes us by. Kathy Mattea, I am simply one of millions who are thrilled to see such a woman of character, values, compassion, and integrity receive the recognition your outstanding work deserves. Bravo, my friend. You have given gracefully and fearlessly to make this world a better place.
Kathy's belief in helping others is just so strong. It's evident I think, in her music. It's evident in her personality. She has a love for her fellow man.
She performed in our very first benefit concert for Second Harvest Food Bank, a nonprofit organization that feeds people all across the country. Because of Kathy's efforts on behalf of our food bank and others across the country, there are many families and children that won't go hungry this evening.
Kathy's passion will not allow her to commit to something lightly. She studies the charities she works with. She educates herself on their issues. She has been a long-time supporter of the T.J. Martell Foundation, which raises funds for the innovative treatment and cure of cancer, leukemia, and AIDS.
Hi, I'm Captain Mattea. Welcome to Country in the Rockies.
Country in the Rockies benefits cancer research for the T.J. Martell Foundation. I didn't really know how to appreciate why we were there. And in watching what Kathy does throughout the week, she's there at night singing. Throughout the day, I see her doing interviews, and I see her talking to people, and I see her involved, taking action. Kathy was very instrumental on directing me. She doesn't know that, but she was.
While so much of Kathy's humanitarian work has been accomplished through conscience and heart, one of her greatest gifts to society took more than her exuberant love and goodwill. It took guts.
Well, I think that Kathy really was the one who opened the eyes of country music and Music Row and country populace in general to the HIV illness.
On my 30th birthday, I walked into my house, and there was a message on there that said that it was from a man I didn't know, and he said, "Our friend Michael died, and you were on my list to call." And it took me months to find out how he had died, and it turned out that it was AIDS. And this was a guy that was a really good friend and a person who was really open. And the idea that he couldn't or wouldn't choose to share that with me just seemed tragic to me. And I really wanted to, you know, help him with his burden. It's something that I would have liked to have been able to make easier for him, you know, just by knowing, by being able to talk about it. And that was sort of the thing that made me snap.
The CMA night is the night I remember the most because she knew she was taking a risk.
It was a courageous move. There were sentiments in this town and people in this town that were afraid of that issue at the time.
AIDS was still in the closet, so to speak. You just didn't come out and talk about it. It was kind of one of these forbidden things, and yet she did.
You all may have noticed many of us wearing ribbons tonight. We don't tell you what they're for, you don't know. I'm wearing a green ribbon for environmental awareness and 3 red ribbons. My red ribbons are for my friends Buddy and Kevin and Michael, who died of AIDS within the last 4 years.
Kathy not only talked about HIV and AIDS at a time when many Americans were still confused by the issue, she worked tirelessly to stop not only the disease, but the prejudice that surrounded it. She spearheaded the Red Hot and Country Project, which brought the country music community together to create an album that funded AIDS education. She was the first celebrity to lend her name to the creation of the Comprehensive Care Center, Middle Tennessee's first medical facility dedicated to treating people with HIV and AIDS.
You never know who she helped. Could be your banker, your son, your daughter, your grandmother, your best friend. Doesn't have the nerve to tell you. Maybe she helped to make them comfortable enough to reveal the truth.
Let's do what we dare, do what we like, and love while we're here before time passes by.
She feels that she has been so blessed and has had such a wonderful career that it is only right to give back. And so she does in spades.
Kathy, you are truly one of the finest women I have ever known. Now get up here, girlfriend, and get your reward.
Thank you. I am absolutely speechless. And I'll think of the perfect words tomorrow, I'm sure, first thing in the morning. I make terrible speeches at these things, and then I go home and I rewrite them for days after I'm finished. But I'd just like to say thank you to everybody who said those lovely words about me. And I really don't know what to say except I'd like to dedicate this to my friends who've died and my father who's fighting cancer right now, hanging in there so gracefully, and to everybody who ever was kind to me in this business. Thank you for giving me a wonderful life, a great ride, an opportunity to live a whole life, and for including me in your ranks. I appreciate all the acceptance over the years and the support of the fans, all of you guys, and everyone in the industry, and I'm humbled.